Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. You got a beautiful chin. You got beautiful skin. You got a beautiful face. You got taste. You got beautiful eyes. You got beautiful thighs. It's Tom Skinner's on, guys. Greenwood. Whoa, you can't stop. Here we go. Hey.
Sat in, mate.
Rabbit.
Rabbit. How's it going?
How you doing, mate? Yeah, blinding. Hey, on the water.
No beers today, mate. I was boozing Friday, boozed yesterday.
It's all that walking around the block you're doing, isn't it?
Mate,
Exercise.
doing a bit of fitness tonight.
You ain't seen that, guys. Look at that one on his wall. It's a belter. Grafting hard, aren't you, Tom?
Having a go, mate. What do is keep eating cakes and that, you know what I mean?
That's what we're doing. It's what we're doing. It's hard at the minute. Everyone's saying the same thing, mate. Everyone's just eating and drinking and going through it. Do you know what I mean? How you getting on, mate? Anyway, you been getting on?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just bored now. Do you know what I mean? Bored.
Yeah. You like to be like me. You like to be out active, didn't you? And doing stuff and
I just like
moving.
Do you know what? I like going to work, and not being able to go to work's driving me mental. Do you know what I mean? It's just little things that
That's that moving forward. So I've been talking all week about the mindset of like depression and anxiety. That as soon as the world stops and you can't see a future, you're going to start feeling down at some point. So you got to keep yourself in that routine, and I can see you keep yourself busy on Instagram, and you was down in the warehouse today when you was doing some bits of business.
Yes. So what happened was, like, obviously I've got a factory up in Manchester, and I've got a factory in Bow, and the ones in Manchester make all the pillars, and we had to shut that down completely for what's happening. And obviously we couldn't do home deliveries with the furniture. So I've been slowly getting precautions in place, and I've done a first day of work yesterday, and we've just started sending things out again as well, which has been a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? Last few weeks, getting it, obviously losing money hand over fist, but
yeah. So you stand for what you're doing to keep fit? Tom, what you've been doing, mate? You got yourself a little routine at the minute, or
keeping fit? So I've been going out on the bike, doing a bit of cycling, doing a bit of walking, going and missus around the park, feeding the ducks. just nothing really. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
There's no gyms open. I ain't got no weight. I've got a poxy dumbbell, about 10 kilo dumbbell. Do a few press ups and that. But mate, see, like me, like it's done me a favour because I normally go cath every morning. I do have a fry every morning. And I ain't been having that. And I've been eating healthy last couple of weeks. I don't feel no better for it. But
yeah, you're serving your country. But first time I met you, I was down before the apprentice and all that. I went in Kevin Greenwood's gym one day, the Greenwood gym at Hornchurch there, Hardy Green. And I remember seeing this geezer on there banging the pads, thinking, fuck me, hitting them body shots a bit hard. And that was you, wasn't it? You remember that? But yeah, then I remember watching The Apprentice, thinking, that's that chap in the, you know what I mean? The geezer in the gym there on The Apprentice.
Obviously not the minute.
Not at the minute, no. I ain't been doing that. I've got my retreat I own out in my, it was in my bags, moved it to Barcelona. But I go out every day. I do like a 5-mile walk in the morning. Then I do a little run in the afternoon every day. And then I get carried away, have a cut of them.
I bought a barbecue Friday morning. It took me about 2 hours to set it up, but I've literally been eating grilled chicken like kebab. It's been lovely. Do you know what I mean?
I love it. Yeah, that's it. And then got a baby coming. I see you. Congratulations with that, mate. Little one on the way.
Wait till I catch the fucker that got her pregnant.
Yeah, felt up. But what's began on? How did it all start? Tom, all this like, yeah. Someone said something about the pub. I didn't see what it said, but you're missing the pub, Tom. I am, and you.
Massively. I've gone to the pub 4 times a week.
That's it, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it? At the minute, the little things you take for granted, isn't it? You know what I mean? But so tell us about the beginning, Tom. Let's go back on a serious note to like. How did it all come about, The Apprentice, and like, what was you doing before that?
So I've been a market trader my whole life. Sold beds, furniture, and whatever get my hands on the markets really. Just do snide handbags and you name it. I just said it. Whatever was about, I was knocking out on the markets and done furniture as well. Always done furniture. And I didn't watch The Apprentice. My missus does, and I'm dyslexic. Listen, I can't even fill out a form. Like if I go to doctors, I forget something to fill a form. I'm a nightmare. And
I'm dyslexic in all times. Mad
yeah,
it is.
and Sinead filled out this form for me, and she sent it off as a laugh. She was like, "You'd be blinded on this show." And I think, "Oh well, shut up." And they read it, they liked it, and said, "Can you pop down for an interview or whatever?" So I went, "All right," so sweet. So I popped down there. Everyone was wearing a three-piece suit tie. I bowled up their Timberland boots on, polos, I know, you know. And just had a laugh with everyone. Just got on with everyone. Had a laugh and had a joke about it. And they rang us up and said that the producer rang us up and he goes, "It's me from Brandon's Productions. We want you to be on The Apprentice." I've gone, "Lanks, shut up, mate. Put the phone down." I thought it was my pal Lanks winding me up. They rang me back again and said, "No, listen, we want you on the show." I thought, "Oh, bloody hell." So I went on that and, mate, best thing that ever happened for me business-wise. Do you know what I mean?
It was good, wasn't it? You know what I mean? I had people on the comments today saying he should have won it and all that. Like everyone was like roaring for you to win, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? Everyone loved it. You made it proper good TV. Do you know what I mean? You really did.
Just myself, bro. Just myself, mate.
Just yourself. Yeah. Just being who you are. That's what I think shines through. That's what people will love it. Do you know what I mean? But what's that, Hammers?
Irons.
I'm Millwall. I'm on the other side, don't I? But yeah, love for Millwall coming up. But yeah, so it was good. So when you got into it, I mean, how did you find it mentally, Tom, going through? Was it just, mate, you bother bit or just fun?
I loved it, mate. I was enjoying this. Like, listen, I know a lot of them found it hard. I was waking up, cracking. Listen, I'm a market. I'm used to getting up 4 a.m, standing in the freezing cold and not selling nothing. And it rained. I'm used to disappointments. Do you know what I mean? So when they were chucking this out, I was like, "This is brilliant. I'm enjoying it, having a laugh."
So nothing to you, yeah. They all grafted it, and to you it was nothing. I mean, nice big mansion, Rolls Royces, but you thought,
mate, powerful. Yeah, it was a proper experience. Like it was.
How was it after? Like when you come out, because like I know. So I see you in the gym. You're always down there with the chaps and all that stuff. And you always,
I couldn't tell.
How was it when you come out? Was it a bit nutty? Like when you?
I'll tell you what happened. So, yeah, I think I went away for about 6 weeks filming it, and it was actually this day last year that I went away to film it on this exact day. Yeah, and because it was a London Marathon, and they pick you up, they take your phone off you. You can't talk to the old words. I couldn't even speak to my missus or my mum or anyone. Like I had to literally on my own, couldn't talk to anyone. And I was away for 6 weeks filming it. So you know my pal Lanks you met in the gym?
Yeah.
After a few weeks, everyone's going, "Where's Tommy?" Because obviously I'm in the pub every day. I'm in the gym. I'm at the warehouse. So he told everyone I've done a bit of bird. He said they've nicked him. Yeah, he's doing a little stretching challenge for Nick. Yeah, so. I don't want to film. Didn't speak to him. When I got out, we had a thing and we was all out boozing. Everyone started giving me 100 quid and I was thinking, "What are we doing?" He was going, "Oh, well done. You've done a little bit of time away. A bit of
look after yourself."
And I couldn't tell no one that I've been filming The Apprentice.
But you loved it. That's brilliant, mate. What a blinder. And how did they find out in the end? What was it after? They say were they like, "You bastard"?
Mate, listen, everyone started telling. No one believed it. I'd tell people, I'll go, "No, listen, I've been away filming that Apprentice with Lord Sugar." And they go, "Shut up, you prick." Shut up. It was, no one believed it. And all of a sudden I was in I think in the Daily Mirror or the Sun or one of the papers. It said like, Thomas Skinner sells pillars and The Apprentice. I was going, he weren't lying, and they couldn't believe it.
That's quality. So now a local hero, mate, I reckon. But yeah, no, you've done really well. No, your voice reminds me of. You're doing your jokes and that. You got that voice like what's his name? Mike, the old Cockney comedian. Hang on, Mike Reid.
Mike, what? Pat Butcher.
Her husband, wasn't it? Her husband.
No, Pat ain't got the earrings.
Yeah. But he was good about Mike Reid, wasn't he? God bless him.
Yeah,
good
mate.
Stuff, mate. Yeah, mate. So what's your plans for the future, bruv? Like, I mean, was you up for anything on the?
Yeah, mate. So I've got quite a bit. Like, listen, I can't say what it is, but I've done a couple of other TV shows and that are like funny, mate. You know, they're coming out soon.
Oh, that's good.
I've been working hard with my business, like honestly, been building it, mate. Like, I nearly lost it the other day because I don't apply for one of them government grants because it's too new. Like most of my staff are my pals, and like listen, they're self-employed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I've kept everything going as best I could, and mate, like if this goes on for much longer, like it might not be there because I can't keep paying anything out and not taking no money in. So I've only just started doing the orders again. But mate, I'm just building that up, working on myself, trying to get fit. I spent 2 years in the pub, Rob. You know?
Yeah. Lifting pints though, Tom.
That's it, mate. Still got the guns.
All the
guns.
guns.
But how you been? What have you been up to, mate? What have you been up to?
Yeah, good. I've been doing this. I've just been doing my runs every day and doing me walks and that, and keeping busy. I've got to keep myself in a routine for it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, go mental. But so I've been doing these this week, last 2 weeks now, doing lives with loads of different celebrities, and it's really funny. Yeah, like it's crazy that I've really noticed this with like Wayne Lineker, who was it? Dapalas, Kelly. Shocked with all these people who have done good at school. Like the majority of people I've been listening to are like breaking through and being successful. The majority of them weren't good at school.
I got expelled from school, mate.
And me, I was out at 14.
Same
Wayne Lineker's 14. He left at 14. That I think was the same. I think a couple of them stayed on and done a little bit, but you know, it's really weird. That 14 age is really weird in entrepreneurs. It's really weird that like a lot of them do crap at school.
I got expelled from school for being an entrepreneur.
What do you mean? What you said?
I got expelled from school for being an entrepreneur. I swear on my life, right? So when I was 14, I'll tell you the story. When I was 14, I had 4 paper rounds around Romford, yeah? I was getting up at 5 in the morning, doing papers and getting the school bus going to school. And then come back and I started working on the market, setting up stalls Saturday and Sunday morning. And then I was working the barber shop during the day, sweeping up there. I always wanted money as a kid. And I remember like my mates having 5s and 10s and that for lunchtime. And I went to my dad. I went, listen, when he's saying on, mate, I said, you got to give some readies, yeah, like that, like winding him up. And he said, shut up, you got to go and work for it. And a couple of weeks later, him and his best pal Al was on a piss, yeah. And I was in the front room of my old house, and I was a kid. And they said, come in here. And I went in the room, and he had a suitcase, big black suitcase. He went, what? He went, I've got you a thing. He got a little clue. You're going to go to graft this. And all that. Sweet, what is it? Opened them up. It was stacked to the brim with porno and pirate DVDs. Right, my dad goes, what you want to do is, yeah, £3 took a fiver. I went, lovely, Dad. And I was banging them out, all my mates, like I don't need kid. Went to school, the suitcase knocker, JD bag, and walking about in the locker, the bag splits. This job hated me, mate. Picked them all up straight to the headmaster, and they pulled me up, yeah. And then I remember the headmaster was like, "I'm gonna have to ring your father." I was like, "Don't ring me, Dad. Ring me mum. Mum's sweet, you know what I mean?" I was thinking, like, not for me, for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did turn up, and that was the last day I went to school. He wouldn't have it. He said, and that got expelled with that. And then I went to work. I was allowed to come back for my GCSEs. I'd done them a couple of years later, a year and a half later. But no, man, that was it. It was when I worked. I was working in my dad's warehouse doing packaging. I was working in the barber shop, doing the markets, just grafting, mate.
Grafting, mate. Blinding, isn't it? And that was your 14 then, Tom, yeah?
Yeah, mate.
Fucking quality. I've been there. And so what are the pillars? I don't know much about the pillar business. I know you got a pillar business.
Yes.
And you got
mate, I just sell good quality pillars at affordable price. I've always done the mattresses and never got into the pillars because I thought, oh, you can't make loads of money out of them because they're like 15 quid scores and that. And then I've just then it come to my head. Every bed has 4, don't they? Every bed has 4.
Yeah,
I found a manufacturer, found another one, started buying all the best brands, seeing what was the best thing, how to get them. And I'm making it all made in the UK materials. And mate, listen, touch wood, it's been good that people love my pillars. I sell good quality.
I've seen it. It's gone off, isn't it? Yeah, everyone's loving them, mate. Yeah.
I mean, it's been. I mean, look, listen. The last few weeks, I've my hands. I've got customers that have been waiting almost a month for their pillars, which ain't on. But there's not like
what can you do?
I can't do nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's nice.
I think all businesses are the same, aren't they? Like, I've just got a gaff out in I've got a retreat, and I've just got a gaff out in where is it? Just about an hour up from Barcelona. Moved everything from Spain, and it's just sat there doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? The swimming pool heaters. it's crucifying me at the minute. Do you know what I mean? It's like January now. It's like time it's going to be. If we're lucky, might be in there by July. Then I'm playing catch up. You know what I mean? I think everyone's in the same boat. But do you know what? I think it don't bother. I'm not worried. People ring and go, "Oh, what about your business? What's happening with it?" What do you fucking think's happening with it? It's fucking nothing's happening with it. That's the whole thing, isn't it? And I think I don't let it bother me. So I don't about you. I just think like you're going to move on anyway. If you're a grafter,
Mate,
you got to keep moving forward. If they're not, do something else.
You keep listen. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. That's the old saying.
That's right. Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, it's true, mate. And I think it's the same as working class thing that my old man, like, he used to just chuck me out. When I was like, when I was about 16, I remember him like coming in my room. He'd go to me. I'd be laying in bed and he'd go, he'd go on, get up, fuck off. You're going to go and look for a job. Began 7 in the morning, Dad. You ain't punching off me. You didn't want to go to school. Do you know what I mean? You ain't fucking punching off me. He'd go, get downstairs. You got an hour, right? I'll go downstairs. He'd do me breakfast. He'd have me toast and me cup of coffee. He'd be sitting there like that going, come on, hurry up. I used to go to him, like, you're young, like 16, you prick, you fucking mug. Like, he'd open the door, it's raining, Dad. He goes, ta-ta, go on, back.
See you later.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And in the end, I used to go to my mate's house and all that, but there'd be days when no one would be in, no one knocking about at 7 in the fucking morning, like 8 in the morning. So in the end, I did always walk around all the factories, and I think just the best thing, I think that's the best thing that I ever done for me, really, just being hard and just letting me go out and find my own work, and that asking for the sale, I think.
Yeah,
so with your sales, you're a funny guy and you're that cheeky, cocky, chatty thing about you. Do you, like, with your sales, because I used to be in sales, it worked for me having a lot of banter. I think like, people buy from people, as they say.
People buy from people they like. I've always found that. Like, listen, I've always been, in business, yeah, like my whole life, I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I can sell. One thing I can do is I can sell, and I can sell anything to anyone. And I know that. And it doesn't matter who they are. If they're like city swingers or whatever they are, I can sell to different people. I can adapt to move about. My problem is he's holding on to it. Like, I've had days, do you know what I mean? I've had days where I've absolutely smashed it, had a line, smashed it to pieces, sold thousands of something, and then I'll be out for a week. That's what I used to be like. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah, it's holding on to it. That's the thing that they don't teach you about, isn't it? But do you think that's but you said you're dyslexic, yeah?
Yeah, mate.
Would you know if you're dyslexic? Then if new studies have shown over the last 5 years on the brain scans, that if you're dyslexic, you have ADHD. So there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there dyslexic with ADHD who don't realise they've got it. Well, it's part of the same thing now. And if people have been diagnosed with ADHD, they're either dyslexic or dyspraxic. Yeah. So like, you know, like me, I could read a book. I could read a book, I could read a page, and you could go, yeah. And I go, what did you think of that? And I don't know what I've read.
But take none of it in.
I ain't got a fucking clue what I've read, and I can get through it. I don't know what I've just said because I'm too busy focusing on it. You know what I mean? But it's an horrible thing, and ADHD as well. Like we hyper focus. So what they say is at school, they say we can't focus. I don't know how you was at school, Tom, but you know, like if I was at school and a teacher was talking about something I wasn't interested in, and I'd be trying to learn. I'd be trying to learn. It'd go in one ear and straight out the other. And then what did I just say? And I'd be trying to grasp. I couldn't do it. But if he spoke about something I liked, you know, like boxing or Second World, something in the Second World War, my granddad might have been or something like that, then all of a sudden, I hyper-focus. Do you know what I mean? I become obsessed. And I'm like, give me more information. And, yeah.
That's like, if I'm interested in it, mate, you could not talk to me. If I'm interested, I'm like a sponge. You know, I'm like a sponge, but I absorb all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's got to be something you're interested in, right?
Some things I cannot listen. I'm not giving the big knee. I'm not saying. Our washing machine's playing up. I can't be bothered to fix it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was something I was interested in. I'll read about it.
Yeah, have a look at it. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? I'm exactly the same, Tom. I'm exactly the same, mate. Like it's like I play golf in single figures. I play guitar like Jimmy Hitson, Eric Clapton, and I'm beating therapists around the world. But it's only in stuff because I don't mind. If it's something I'm interested in, I'll sit up at 4 in the morning watching YouTube videos on it. I'll get up again, go to work the next day, bags under my eyes. I'll end up watching more videos to learn it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I was just obsessed. I'll get obsessed with things I like. You know what I mean? And you know, 87% of self-made millionaires have ADHD and dyslexic.
I didn't know that.
7% from being poor to being rich. Yeah, not from daddy's money, but from from nothing to making it is 87% of dyslexic. Crazy, isn't it? So it shows what the schooling system are doing is to be a bit of a load of bollocks, really. Like it ain't like academic intelligence is needed, but the vision, the creativity. Like, you know, I think when you've got dyslexic and stuff, you have to look right. If you can't read something or write something one way, you think of another way of saying it. Do you know what I mean? Because you can spell it that way or saying. So I think our brain adapts to looking around other ways of doing the same thing, and we get more option. And I think the schooling system take away a lot of creativity. So
I think school's good if you want to get a 9 to 5 and work a career in a thing.
That's what it's designed for. That's what it's designed for.
But like for people who think outside the box, and I know I'm like that, like it's different. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen,
profession, isn't it? Profession.
Yeah, well, I love, mate, the things I like going to a car boot and think like mad things, and then I walk around, I say, "Oh, look at them, I'll buy that and I'll sell that." You know what I mean? Like little things normal people wouldn't think of.
Yeah. Outside the box again. That's what I'm saying. But how about visualizations, Tom? Do you know like your business and that? Do you use a lot of visualizations or anything?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what a lot of success in areas of life where people are successful, yeah? How the unconscious mind works. So anyone listening, yeah, I'm the UK's #1 unconscious mind therapist, yeah? So I want to be, what I look at is the unconscious patterns in each brain. So when you model so this week, yeah, I've had some serious chats this week, and if you look at Wayne Lineker, for instance, yeah? Or anyone successful, Dapper even does it with his videos. He said, I visualize the whole sketch in it. I see the characters. I see he sees the end product. Wayne Lineker.
Oh yeah. So I know what you mean. Yeah,
Wayne Lineker was saying he visualized when he was walking down a marketplace. He could take you to the square that it was up in Birmingham, and he visualized Lineker's bar just coming his nut, and he just see it. He see the 3 windows. He see the bar was set up, the pictures, and when he basically a year later he had it all set up in. You know, and that's the sort of thing I'm talking about, like a vision in your head of your.
Yeah, no, I thought you meant like some sort of term for doing some advertising or something. No, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Mate, cool. Like, listen, anything I do, I see it in my head, and I think over and over. And normally, 9 times out of 10, it happens. How you see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you visualize, you set yourself a goal in your head, and you get there.
Have you done that unconsciously though? Anyway, throughout your life, is that like something you've done? Yeah, this is what I find. It's mad. And the thing is, people can put this into a toolkit. You can actually sit and practice it. And the things that we do in our life where we're successful, yeah. Like I get a lot of millionaires in business, yeah, and in where they're like successful, they're using this visualization on daily business, especially in business. They see the outcome, they see the goal, and they start working towards the outcome, yeah. But in their personal life, where there's, might have a good relationship, or they might be overweight. They're not visualizing themselves thin. They're not visualizing themselves happy and sank in the future or the wedding. Do you know what I mean? So, so some people pick it up in areas of life where they're successful because everything gets made twice, Tom. Yeah. So this is a good one for anyone listening. Yeah. If you look around your room you're in now, I say this to people, Tom, everything gets made twice, right? Look around that front room. Now, except for what comes from nature and the earth in its original form, right? So except for the trees, plants, cats, dogs, wind, rain, sand, snow, and all that jazz. See if you can find anything in that room that never started as a thought. See if you can find me one thing that never started as a thought from a human's mind, as inside a brain.
Probably that bit of wood.
No, yeah, that's good. The wood comes from a tree, but that bit of wood was a thought. Because someone had to think of cutting that wood and making it into...
What about these Burberry candles I used to flog down Dagenham Market?
They got a Burberry candle tree, except for that. But do you know what I mean? Like everything gets made as a thought. Like there ain't a wallpaper tree. There's not a block of wood tree. Now the wood comes from nature and the earth, from a tree, yeah. But I said except for in its original form, but ain't in its original form. So
someone's got to think of it up, isn't they? Like
so it gets made once inside the brain as a vision or an image, and it gets created outside it. And I got people look inside and outside of every building in London or Essex or wherever you want to look. And you'll see, except for what comes from nature and the earth in its original form, everything gets made twice. So, like we're creators. This is what the human race is, and the schooling system taking that away from us. Yeah. So, I'm sort of trying to push the message to people that you can have what you want, you can become what you want, and even if you are in an academic role and you want to be a doctor, but you want to be higher up, or if you're in management and you want to be a CEO, you can use these processes to thought. You've got to start creating visualizations, and there's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system I go on about all the time. It's a group of neurons at the bottom of the brain. I'll tell you what, this is an ideal thing, right? This reticular activating system is opposite the pituitary gland at the bottom of the brain, and it works as a filtering system. What you focus on, you become. It's the old proverb of all time. So now your missus is pregnant, yeah? And what will happen is, Tom, yeah, your mum will be like, oh, I've got a grandchild coming. I don't know if you've got any brothers or anything, or your pals, like her family. All of a sudden, all your filters are going to be reset to babies. And when this is all over, you'll be going down the street, you'll be seeing pregnant women. You start noticing prams. What one should we get, babe? All of a sudden, you start noticing kids, like buying a new car. You start, that's the RAS system.
Mate, that's it. Every time I've had a new motor, you always see loads of them about that you never see.
The same one, yeah. And then when you change your motor, you don't, and someone goes to you, you've seen the new C-Class, which you had 5 years ago. You go, no, I ain't seen it. They're probably fucking more on the road 5 years later, but you don't see them anymore because your filter changed. So your brain has to distort information, generalize, and delete information. So this is all done. This is why we need this filtering system. So by focusing on what you want as if you have it, this filter runs 2 million pieces of data a second for you to get it. So we can focus on what we don't want. Like at the moment, a lot of people focus on illness. They get anxiety, they're getting panicky, and they're more likely going to attract illness. If you're focusing on illness, the cortisol level releases in your brain, which is a poison that goes into your bloodstream and it poisons your organs and the rest of your body. So by thought alone, we can prove now that we create illness by thought, but we can also create cure. So people at the minute are at home should be focusing on health, wealth, that's the stuff we should be, 20% of the time, I know we've got to worry, 80% on your goal. And it's the same in business or whatever. We've got to set this filter to actually focus on what we want, not what we don't want. You must come across it a lot, even when you're on the markets, you get traders that are like yourself. Come on, love, come 10 bananas, 2 prepared and all that. Or you get some of them that have just got nothing.
Yeah. Mate, listen, anyone that tell you knows me, I'm the most positive person you've ever met in your life, mate. Listen, I've been there 1,000 times, got nothing in my pocket. Like, I used to sleep and pull out on a bed of my mum's downstairs, didn't have a shilling, didn't have a tenner, and I kept on that grafting, and I got, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always positive. You can't put me down, mate. I've always been like that. And I found that when you're like that way, the harder you work, the more luck you get. And you keep going at something, you keep fighting and getting it, you will get there. Like it's fact. It's inevitable. Like you cannot lose someone.
So what's your visions for the future, bro? Like your baby coming out must take up a lot of it at the moment.
Mate, listen, I'm just praying to God, touch wood. Listen, that baby's healthy. That's the biggest thing for me, And then look, listen, I've done all right for myself last few months, and I want it to continue carry on. I want the business to carry on expanding. I want the other TV work that I'm doing to carry on flowering. I just want to just keep building myself.
Keep going forwards, yeah. Have you got any idea where you like to go with the TV thing? So anywhere yet, or is it still sort of new, still getting your nut around it all?
I don't understand it all. It still baffles me. I'll go out and go and get a bit of shopping. And people go, "Hello, Tommy, I loved your apprentice."
Yeah, you're blind on it, weren't you? I think everyone sort of like the guy next door. You know what I mean? As you said, you was real. You got a bit of character. But that's what comes through life. You know what I mean? A lot of people, these higher class people have been told how to sleep. How to think, how to work, they lose their bit of soul, some of them. Like, I had someone come out from Chelsea when I brought a daughter over, and I said to her, I think she was at college, this young girl, and the mum brought her in. I went, what do you like? And she went, what do you mean? I went, what do you like to do at school? And what do you like? I don't know what you mean. She couldn't even answer the question. She had no idea. It was hard for her to filter the question because her life was named up. Yeah, like she had to play volleyball. Her dad told her she's going to be a lawyer. She's going to join the company. And she just didn't have no thoughts of her own. It was so sad. You know what I mean? We look at them and think, oh, how lucky they've got it. But then the other hand, they don't really experience life, some people. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, the grass ain't always greener. Do you know what I mean, bro?
No. 100%. 100%.
You got any jokes for us, Tom? Come on, let's have one.
I ain't.
Yeah,
don't stick me on the spot like
that. You weren't expecting that one. That could be a good one for a bit of stand-up, mate. That might read voice of yours. Get up, do a bit of stand-up.
Listen, I get funny when I'm in the pub, mate. You keep giving me Stella, mate. The more beers I have, the funnier I get. You know what I mean? I ain't had no beer today.
There you go.
Cooked up a bit of a banging bit of dinner. I cooked up all chicken, pasta, peas, chorizo, tomatoes, chilies.
Oh, lovely.
Government, mate. You know what I mean? That's just steaming away. I'm going to tuck into that.
Okay, what's your best pie mash then, Tom?
Robin's pie mash, I like.
But I said, I'm from the other side of the water, so I'll go.
I don't know Robin's, yeah.
But I've seen people, I keep trying to see it on Uber Eats, I can't find it. Everyone's getting it delivered, aren't they, off this Uber Eats?
You can get Robin's pie mash delivered?
Yeah, off of Uber, innit?
I don't know. No, I think you just got to bring them up.
Bring them up.
They sell the frozen pies as well, you can stick in the oven. yourself.
Oh, sweet.
Where
are they based at? Where are they based at?
Romford, Basildon. Where's another one? They've got Chingford. They've got a few of them.
Oh, I'm gonna get on that then, mate. I keep seeing people posting. I'm fuming. I'm like, I could do a bit of double bubble, mate. Double bubble.
I love pie mash, mate. I love pie. Chili vinegar.
Chili vinegar.
Yeah,
governor, innit? Loads of
governor, mate.
I love me chili, mate. When I was a kid over South London, going me a wall every Saturday. My old man would take me down Towerbridge Road, get me a bit of pie mash, walk down and watch the football. Do you know what I mean? So we used to do with the boys.
Do you miss the football?
Sort of thing. What? Say again?
Do you miss the football? So you missing football?
No, I'm not really into it, mate. To be honest with you, I go with my boys. My boys are football mad. I don't really like. I'm a Mill supporter, but I've never been like mad into football. My dad was fucking mental with me, like loved me all in football. He used to manage all the pub teams. I was always in a pub growing up. But yeah, no, it don't really bother me. I'm not really bothered about it, really, to watch it or not. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm missing the social side of it. I'm missing the social side of it. You know, like
with his pals, yeah.
Mate, popping out the boys, having like half a dozen lagers, watching the foot. You know what I mean? Just that's like it must be so hard. I just in my head I think, Carl, we've all got to do it. You know, sitting inside and sticking to it. But I cannot wait till them pubs open, mate. I'll get in there, nice pint of Stella.
Oh, lovely. Are you favourite? Yeah, bit of Stella. I've actually got the wines. I'm getting old. I don't know what I do. I do love a Stella.
Red or white?
I could drink both, mate. I ain't got no taste buds. I don't think with wine. I do love both, red, white, prosecco, anything, mate. How about you?
It depends. If I'm sitting in the garden or sitting outside, I have a white wine. If I'm having a bit of dinner, I have a red wine.
What's all this?
Breaking up.
I'm just having a quick nut. See loads of. I can see what's happening here, mate. Can you please work with you? I've got loads of fingers in there. Put little things on the mix of the pods. There's loads of. And someone in the middle asking why the comments off. Let's come on a bit. But yeah, no, can you see me now, Tom? Is it all right, mate?
See you, mate. You went all funny for a second.
Yeah, I was just looking at the old. There was a few questions, but yeah. So yeah, mate. So it's a funny old time, this, isn't it, mate? But also, anyway, back to the boxing and that. How'd you get into that, Tom? What was happening there? You was back to a fight before you were in the apprentice, weren't you? You was about
yeah, mate. It got cancelled. It got cancelled. It was gutted. It was when I fight at York Hall. 1 second. Someone's run me 6 times. Hang on, mate. 1 second.
God, no worries.
Someone's run me 6 times in a row. Just when I'm thinking, I don't know. It is. I keep cutting it off.
Cutting it off.
Yeah, no. No. I was meant to have a fight at York Hall. That got cancelled. Then it was meant to be in April now, obviously. So it's just. Okay. Yeah, mate. Listen. I will have a fight. I will have a fight this year, hopefully, but it'll be December time or something. You know what
you
I mean?
had any before, Tom? You had any fights?
No, not proper fights like that.
Fights, yeah.
Fights. You know what I mean? I've had loads of fights, but none proper.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Who's your favourite boxer then, Tom?
Tyson Fury, mate. All day and day a week. I love that.
Good, mate.
Saying about him, he's an entertainer. Yeah, he's world class. He beats Joshua all day long.
Oh, easy.
And, like, listen, and I like Joshua. Like, I've met Joshua a couple of times, and listen, he's top man, but he ain't got. I don't know what it is about. Mate, I get excited watching him and hearing him. Do you know what I mean? It's just a.
Yeah, no, he's awkward. I remember when he first came out and he was young, and I used to watch him and think, I didn't know, because he had this weird style and I couldn't adapt to it. I used to think,
he stands back, and he's like,
yeah, and it's all like this, isn't it? It's all like mad style, and I thought, but then over the years, you started watching him. I learned my respect, like when he done Klitschko and when he done the comeback, really, I got more respect for him. Do you know what I mean? I really thought, he's another level now. Do you know what I mean? And the way he's head work, the speed, the way he can move at that size is phenomenal. Do you know what I mean?
He's unit, and he's a man to
because man. The thing is with Joshua, he's very he's like a modern Frank Bruno a little bit. He's a bit like dead straight. You don't really.
He's dead muscle when he really.
Yeah, like, just stiff.
He's big lump.
And I think he needs to be able to move a little bit more for him. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Heavyweight fights are out there with him now. I mean, who's he got? I think they're gonna bring it back on with what's his name, Wilder again. That's gonna be he's beat him twice though, isn't he? Really? So.
I don't rate. Rob, I'm not. Someone's run me like 10 times, mate. Can I just take this call and see who it is? Because he might say, "Set him, mate."
Fuck yeah! It was like Superman in the phone box. Spun around his outside. How you doing, mate?
Sorry, mate.
All good?
me mate and my mate and her dad was there. They was ringing me, and I didn't have the number, so I thought, who's that keep ringing me like that? Do you know what I mean? But it was him.
So yeah, mate. Yeah, we talking about the boxing, weren't we? It was good though. It's all good, the boxing, innit? He was in Brentwood the other week, Floyd Mayweather. I couldn't believe it.
He was at the Vault, wasn't he? The new club, the new pub bar up at Shenfield, mate. He looks so nuts.
Who? He was in there, was he?
He was in the Vault. Yeah, it's a new bar opened up off by the station.
I ain't seen that.
And, yeah, mate. Yeah, he was, I didn't get to see him, but he was up there, mate.
No, he was in the Brentwood Centre and all. Tickets were like 30.
Was he? Was he?
Yeah, Brentwood Centre. They weren't even packed out.
What's he doing over here?
Just doing one of them chats, you know, when he like ask questions and that. But he wasn't really. It's supposed to be a question and answers thing, but he just sat and spoke, told us a bit about his life and that. Didn't realise all the stuff he's been through. It's quite interesting, isn't it? You know, when these guys open up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. No, I listen. He's cocky, isn't he? Though he's cocky the way he is.
Yeah, belt, isn't he? But that's something on the mindset. That's what I was about the mindset. This visualization. One of the stories I always tell people, Tom, is, you know, like people talk about the future, and you've got to visualize it as if it's already here now. You know, if you want to start off in business, you've got to see your outcomes. You ain't going to get that pull forward otherwise, yeah? And Muhammad Ali, at 18 years old, he wins the Olympics in Rome, and he says, I am the greatest. I'm going to be the next heavyweight champion in the world. I'm the greatest boxer this world's ever seen. And he's 18 years old, yet he's telling the world he's the greatest. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I am the greatest. He predicted it. He wasn't even a fucking professional boxer. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't even a professional boxer at the time. So yeah, I just love that that mindset, Tom. Do you know what I mean? That I am the greatest.
Mate.
And what did he do? Become it. You know what I mean? He become what you see. And if you look back in history, anyone that's great at anything has to practice in the mind. So we're back on this reticular activating system thing I was talking about. People have only got to visualize 30 seconds in the morning, 30 seconds in the evening, their goals, and they'll start facing the right direction to go towards their goals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, powerful.
And how about anxiety in that, Tom? Not bit. You never had anything like that?
Don't get it, mate. Don't get it. Sometimes I can't sleep at night because I'm so much going on in my head. But like that's it, mate. You know what I mean? I don't need a lot of sleep. Rob, I have like 4 or 5 hours sleep, and that's me. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
straight up, yeah.
Don't need no sleep, mate. That's it.
Yeah, no.
Like, really? I'll be tonight. Just pick up my Stella and I'll be going.
So where's the locals round here then? So I'm not from this side of Mum. What's the good gas to drink?
So where are you now? Where are you now?
Gideon Park, not far from the gym, not far from
Gideon Park. Oh, listen,
David Lloyd.
The Ship on Main Road is a banging pub. The Ship, the Archers opposite. That's a good pub.
Oh, I've seen the Archers down there. Yeah. I've been in there.
Right. The Thatchers up through the lanes up like Great Ward. That's a blinding pub.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's a good pub, mate. There's loads of good pubs around it. We have to have a beer, mate.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're around the corner, aren't you?
You have to get on the beers, mate. I've moved to Brentwood now. I'm up in Brentwood now, but I'm.
How are you?
I've just moved here, literally. Like moved here about 3 months ago.
You liking it up there?
Lovely. It's nice. Do you know what I mean?
My practice. Do you know Ashwell Sports and Country Club?
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
That's where my practice is there, my office. So I got it up above near the swimming pool area.
Oh,
doing my clients every day.
Years ago, I met an office up there years ago.
Yeah.
Doing trading up there, he was.
Oh, I met him. Not about a year ago. Was he that getting a couple of feathers?
Yeah.
I met him in there. I always had a cap on and a pair of one I had a cheap cap on, and the other one always like a pair of Louboutin boots or something.
That's
they were nice geezers. They were there for a little bit, weren't they? They were nice fellas. I used to see them in the morning.
At Dagenham.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah, they're nice guys. They were. Yeah, mate. So yeah, over there to meet up one day, mate, and have a boost.
100%, mate. 100%.
But, what's your rituals then, son? You know, like what's your rituals for your day? When you're in business and when you get up in the morning, what's your rituals? You got anything?
So I'll be down the yard at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I'll always have a cup of tea, and I'm right into my herbal teas, mate. Like pomegranate, mate, love them. Have a cup of them first thing. Fly down the yard, get everything done. Get all my orders out, get all the pillars out, get beds out, get the day, then do all my orders for the next day. So I know my routes, all my delivery driver routes, and then I'll have a bit of lunch or a bit of breakfast.
So you've got to take care of logistics, didn't you? I forgot about all that. It ain't just selling, is it?
Yeah, and then I finish off. I like to finish work about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, I'm done most days.
That's nice, though, isn't it?
And then get in that pub, mate. Have a few beers, cut the sherbets, and then
you got the proper. The proper old school East End lifestyle, son, isn't it?
Mate, I don't work past 2 o'clock, mate. You're asking anyone that.
Oh, that sounds perfect, mate. Sounds absolutely perfect. So yeah, what's your motivation then? So what motivates you? What gives you that?
Mate, I just I like nice things, you know what I mean? I like nice things, and I don't know really. I just always like doing well. Listen, money ain't my god. Money's never been my god, mate. Money don't rule me at all. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
listen, I've been skinned, and I know what it's like. Do you know what I mean? I was just as happy as I was when I got a few quid. There's no
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
But I like offering people good deals. I like the buzz of buying and selling, mate. That's the best for me. It's ducking and diving, mate. Listen, when I'm ducking and diving, ready in my pocket, buying this, selling that, spinning it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's the buzz off of it,
mate, it's the buzz, mate. There's nothing more better than a buzz when you're standing there, you're pitching, mate. You got a line, and you're grafting, and people come. It's just a saying about it, mate. It's just old school. Do you know what I mean?
Buzz,
It's in your blood, isn't it? It's in your blood.
Yeah. Did you learn anything from Alan Sugar when you was there? Did anything you actually learn from that? Some you think for business from the old thing?
I wouldn't say that. It wasn't. I learned things like discipline, listening to other people, like that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been my own boss. I've always worked for myself. So I've never had to work in a team with all random people and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but it was. Listen, that was more of that was more TV than business. You know what I mean? It was like the tasks were very good fun.
Yeah.
And that.
Do you know what I thought? I felt when I watched it, I thought, why they set the task up, you was going to have egg. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah,
you wouldn't have done it like that. They
and if
put
it's
it
going
in a way
to
where that don't make any sense. Yeah.
If it was going to, is it? They're throw spanner in the works. So it makes it
Yeah.
funny. Do you know what I mean? But,
yeah.
Well, listen, it was blinding. I've really best thing I've ever done. Like, mate, since I've done that show, mate, I enjoyed it. I met some lovely people. Like, I speak to most of the camera people now, all the sound guys, and now I speak to all the different people that worked in it. All the producers, speak to all of them. Do you know what I mean? And make some good friends on it. And mate, it built me. Mate, my business go mental. So I'm so thankful I've done it. You know what I mean?
Do you don't have any down days then, Tom? Don't any like get you down sometimes if the weather's bad and people ain't buying?
No, mate. Listen, I lost my nan the end of last year. That was hard. Do you know what I'm supposed to be there? Mate, listen.
Sorry, mate.
I don't really, mate. I'm a fighter, mate. You know what I mean?
So, what do you say is the most important thing in life? Working hard or being creative?
Hard work, I say, is important. You don't get nowhere if you're sitting on your ass. That's fact. You know what I mean? You know that. Like, I think getting on with people is a big thing for me. I love getting on with people, like making friends. Listen, like I'm a people person, Rob. That's big for me.
No, it's good. I mean, I spoke to that Jimmy Bullard a few weeks ago on my thing. It was about visualizations. He said he remembers he getting a little bit of belief at saying, "Can you see yourself?" And his dad said, "You can do it, Jim." And he said, "Went for him saying, I'll give it a go." And he said, "I've done it." And I thought, fuck me, if I can do that, maybe I can do this. He said, "But people don't realise you have got to put the work in. Like, you've got to work. You've got to have that vision.
Things
don't
happen like that overnight. You know, like,
yeah.
Listen, that's where I used to go wrong when I was younger. And I used to think, I've cracked it. I've made $2,000 this week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I never
going to iron it out.
I remember a story, right? When I was about 20 years old, I was selling these coats, and I remember these coats. Not exactly what it was, but I was smashing it with them. Market, doing 100 of them, hundreds, and I was having fortunes. Every night I was at the West End, buying watches, clothes, club, and mate. Listen, I was taking good money, yeah. Didn't save a tenner of it. My van got stolen with all the stock in the back of it, yeah. And I was like, oh, so all right. Couldn't go to work. And I went to my uncle. I said, look, lend us $4,000. He said, wait a minute, you've been going in the pub every night, telling me what are you doing? Like, he said, no, he said, I ain't lending you $4,000. I said, come on, I can't get another van. He go to work. He said, no, right. So I rang up my mate. Listen, mate, you had lend some. He said, Tom, listen, mate, you've been getting it large. You've been going doing £1,000 a night, sat, mate. You don't need that money, yeah? So then I went to my other uncle. I was like, look, right, listen, I need a hand. Like, come and help us out. He said, no. He said, mate, he said, you're an idiot. He said, all that money you took, yeah, and you vined it all out. He said, you didn't save for a rainy day. He said, it's your own fault. He said, I'm not going to he said, I could easily give you, he said, I'll give you $100,000. He said, but, he said, I ain't gonna. He said, because you ain't going to learn.
You've learned the lesson.
You will not do this again. And mate, listen, I started from the bottom again, yeah, and was grafting, mate, like, duck it. Do you know what I mean? Doing anything until I got, and I bought another van, and it was my van. I was proud of it. Because I earned, you know what I mean? So that's a big thing. Save for a rainy day, mate. Biggest thing.
It is. It's the hard times that teach you the lessons, Tom, isn't it? That's what I think in life. Whenever you get something comes along, like, so I heard once, one of the biggest sayings that stuck in my head is some of the things that cause you the most pain in life can be your gift to help others or help yourself. It's true, isn't it? I mean, a lot of our learners, we only learn when we don't win. It's like, if you walk into a ring as a boxer, you knock someone out in the first round, what you learn? Nothing.
Nothing.
But the other fucking geezer did. He learned, well, I better dip my head next time. I better lift and put my hands up with you. You know what I mean? So It's that sort of thing, mate. But no, well, thanks for coming on, Tom, mate. I really
Thanks for having us,
appreciate
mate.
it, fella. Nice to meet you. Have a coffee on here. One of your own.
Tuck into me dinner now. I'm going to go and tuck into
Yeah.
me dinner.
Lovely. All the vegetables and that, Tom. Yeah,
That's it, mate. Bit of chicken, pasta and all that. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, lovely, mate. I really appreciate you coming on, Tom. I really
Thanks
do, mate.
mate.
All the best for the future. And your
you.
little baby and your missus, mate. God bless you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
And we'll have a
God
beer
bless
and
you.
a fire mash one day, eh, son?
100%. Definitely, mate.
Take
See
it
you
easy,
soon.
Tom.
Ladies.
Thank you very much,
Bye,
mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Bye, brother.